Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we are looking at the Starship Troopers Warrior Bug. This is the backbone of the Arachnid Army, and we are finally getting to it here today. So, the Warrior Bug is the basic infantry of the arachnid species. Deployed on every front in all conflicts, warrior bugs can be reproduced in much larger numbers than any other arachnid, serving as the standard general purpose infantry while other types fulfill more specialized roles. They are capable of moving 50 kilometers or 31 miles per hour. So, getting down to our biological details here from the wiki, the warrior bugs are quadrupedal arachnids approximately 2 to 3 meters long, with coloring that camouflages them to specific terrains. For example, desert warriors are tan with black and yellow stripes. During the invasion of Mars, some warriors had small spikes along their abdomens, though whether this was a variant or a sign of alteration is unclear. The rearmost pair of legs are much larger than the front legs, serving as the primary means of locomotion. With the forelegs being one-third shorter, warrior bugs are agile and fast, capable of climbing and burrowing through many surfaces. These bugs employ powerful pincer like mandibles, capable of crushing rock, metal, and severing limbs as their primary means of attack. Their two upper forelegs, or side mandibles, function like swords for both offense and defense. While initially thought to grasp objects like a praying mantis, these limbs lack dexterity and serve solely for stabbing, slashing, or even eviscerating. They are devastating in this role, extending over a meter, which is 2 feet longer than their forelegs and 3 feet longer than their actual mandibles. Warrior bugs can lose a limb and still fight with 86% efficiency, with the primary method of killing them being an aim for the nerve stem. Warrior bugs possess very tough exoskeletons, allowing them to withstand a substantial firepower before succumbing to the wounds. This toughness provides a tactical advantage, especially since arachnids attack in large numbers and can climb over bodies of their fallen comrades, as seen in at Whiskey Outpost. Losing individual arachnids is a minor issue, as mobile infantry troops are heavily outnumbered. Unlike humans, arachnids are unafraid to attack even against powerful weapons, leveraging their lack of pain and fear, along with their overwhelming numbers, to overrun enemy positions. Warrior bugs are capable of surviving harsh environments, including temporary exposure to the vacuum of space. This ability is exploited by the arachnids to outflank unsuspected Federation forces, as demonstrated during the Battle of Fort Casey. It is unclear whether warriors breathe air and can hold their breath for long periods, or if they survive through some other method. Warrior bugs appear to be the primary agents in arachnid colonization efforts and can reportedly reproduce among themselves to produce more warriors and eventually other arachnid forms. There's a little note here for any other citation that hasn't been put in there. This suggests that a single warrior bug can initiate a planetary conquest, though it remains unknown whether they possess the intelligence to retreat and rebuild without the direction of a brain bug or a queen. All right, drone bugs or drone bugs as depicted in the Starship Troopers Terran Command are juvenile form of the warrior bugs, smaller with a weaker shell than their adult counterparts. These bugs stay close to the uh, broad hive, broad hives. I I know the word, I just don't know exactly if I'm saying it correctly here this morning. Attacking only when threatening. Drone bugs are typically found near brood nests or within active bug tunnels. They can attack humans on sight, but never stray far from their nests or tunnels. This contrast of the drone bugs is depicted in Starship Troopers Extermination, who act as cannon fodder attack forces and resemble a short, stocky warrior bug. So, in combat, During the Battle of Klendathu, warrior bugs charged enemy troops, leveraging their superior speed and overwhelming numbers. This tactic proved effective in the First Bug War, as the Federation military, inexperienced in fighting the arachnids, employed ineffective ground combat strategies, resulting in severe casualties for the mobile infantry. At Whiskey Outpost, warrior bugs used the bodies of fallen comrades to form a ramp, demonstrated their ability in combat. 11 years after Klendathu's system campaign, and amidst the Second Bug War, the United Citizens Federation's equipment and tactics against the arachnids' warrior bugs had become significantly more effective. Consequently, warrior bugs developed new battlefield tactics beyond simply swarming the enemy in large groups. They began picking off Federation soldiers and withdrawing out of the line of fire to eliminate their targets. Other tactics involved a lone warrior letting out a loud roar to alert allies of the enemy's presence and call for reinforcements. Warrior bugs can be used to clear minefields by triggering mines, though this is typically reserved for extreme cases, as uh, chariot bugs are more commonly used for this task. Warriors can also act as decoys to lure troops into ambushes, traps, or areas of attack, and can serve as scouts or patrols. During the Battle of Fort Casey, various warrior bug variants were deployed by the Queen, including a large red one, the super tank bug, which spits a purple corrosive liquid at troopers. Some warriors also shot plasma during the battle. In both this and the subsequent Battle of Mars, warriors demonstrated a strategic shift in their use of mandibles, targeting the weaker neck area of the power suit from above rather than attacking the torso. Okay, so getting down to the specs here, uh, it's the soldier has a length of 13 feet 9.4 inches, 16 feet 4 inches, or 4.5 or 4.25 by 5 meters. The height is about 3 meters or 9 feet 10 inches. And then we want to fire at the nerve stem to do a good takedown of the bugs. All right, and looking at one of the games or so that we have, the Warrior Bug, a nice little picture here that's supplied to us on the wiki before we get into our D6 stats. Let's transition on over and see what we've got. All right, so looking at the Warrior Bug here in our D6 stats from D6 Holocron. Okay, I'm not going to even try and pronounce the official name here, but the Warrior Bug. We have a dexterity of 3D plus 1, so it is more dexterous than our average or galactic average here. We do have a dodge of 60 plus 1 and running of 60 plus 2. So they do make it kind of hard to try and hit them, and their speed is, something to really be noted here. They have a perception of 1D plus 1, so it is below our galactic standard. Our strength is 4D, so when we get to our attacks and all that, that means that we have some pretty good numbers coming out here. Climbing and jumping is a 7D plus 1, and our odorness is a 2D. We do have a move speed of 17, so that is almost double what our galactic standard is. Most humans or humanoids are at a 10, so they can go twice as fast as what we can. Size is 2 to 3 meters long, weighing at about 550 kilograms. So our claws having an attack of strength plus 1D plus 1. So we're looking at a 5D plus 1 there. The bite is going to be a strength plus 2D, so that's a 7D. And the natural armor is strength plus 1D plus 2 to resist damage. So that means that it's going to have a body armor strength of 5D plus 2. Now, if we do have a blind sight out to 10 meters, we have lethal grapple. If the warrior bug attacks with its bite during a full attack action, it may choose to start a grapple as a free action. It may only do this to targets that are of equal size or smaller, while the target remains grappled. The warrior bug is not considered grappled itself and will automatically deal its bite damage every round. Warrior bugs can only affect one target with this lethal grapple at a time. The current target must be killed or released before another grapple uh, can be taken here. Okay, they're also wall crawlers, so that means that they can crawl up onto walls. Um, let's see. I don't know if that means if they can climb vertical and horizontal surfaces. So they do not need to make any skill checks on that. Sensitive antenna. While an arachnid is underground, such as lying in wait in an open tunnel beneath an opponent walking overhead. These specialized appendages also pick up radio transmissions. While this does not allow the arachnid to understand these signals, they do provide a sense of general distance and direction of any active transmission source within 80 meters. All right, and we've already gone over the description enough, so I'm not going to worry about that. But this is the backbone of the arachnid army. So whether we're doing essentially hell divers on pen and paper, or if we're trying to do this in some sort of whether it's a Starship Troopers pen and paper, I'd say like the GI Joe that I'm doing, or Star Wars, Star Trek, or any other kind of scenario we have, this will work and fit into everything else. So, with that being said, thank you so very much for joining me today. It's wonderful having you here. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video.